Hey up, Lewis. You're right,
Hey,
dope.
look at your hair.
I know. I think last time you seen me was I bald?
You might have been. You might have been doing the old sporting the old lockdown trim.
Yeah, look at it now. It's nearly ponytail length.
It's a bit of a mullet actually when you do it like that.
I know. Yeah, I've committed to growing it now. I've thought I'm going full lockdown.
Are you going like rocker look?
Well, between me and you, I ordered some headbands off Amazon yesterday. Do you like the ones that like Italian footballers wear, like a
I was
bootleg one.
I was just gonna say you watch too much football, you.
So I'm gonna look like an Italian footballer. But,
Ronaldo.
yeah. How are you? How you been?
I'm all right. I'm good. Yeah. Bit stressed because it's chart day tomorrow.
Is there anything you can do at this stage? Can you still push it as much as you can? Is that what you're going to try and do?
Oh, all I can do is I don't actually know. What's really frustrating is that right now, if the world was there like open, I'd be saying get yourself down to Wrexham HMV. I'll meet you there.
Yeah.
Anyone I wouldn't even plan it. I would have been there anyway, doing album signings and touring this week, but you just got to sit on your ass and like my internet sucks in my house.
Yeah, it's a bit like one of them films that's been dubbed over. When I'm looking at you, I can tell by the internet because it's like out of sync.
It's awful, mate. It's awful.
Has it affected like lockdown and stuff? Because I've seen that like you're waiting for more vinyls so you can sign them and people buy them. Like the flow of everything as well. Has that affected it? Like getting stuff out and getting albums to people if they're waiting for a signed one, then it affects your chart position.
Well, that was a Brexit issue, believe it or
Oh,
not. The vinyls got held because they're made in France. But initially, the album had to be pushed back from October because obviously vinyl production stopped during the first lockdown and they got a huge backlog. We sell a lot of vinyl, we sell a lot of CDs, even though no one has a CD player anymore. But yeah, that was all affected by lockdown, everything.
is it is it fair that you sell a lot of actual albums and someone could go and stream? I could go on and stream someone 100 times and it's kind of the same without, and it's all kind of put into the same thing.
I, 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 I can't confirm to you. You probably have to look it up, but I heard that it's 1,500 streams to every album.
That's mental.
It is mental when you think about this, right? How I listen to all of my music on Spotify is through playlisting, through their playlist. So, like, let's say I put on Run Workout or something. If a very popular artist is on that playlist and that playlist has 1 million subscribers that listen to it regularly, then that that isn't that to me it is quite an off balance. Although I say that this year Spotify have been massive champions and they have been totally supportive and putting me on playlists, but I do think it should be done differently.
Is there's luck involved then? Is that fair? So you've got to bank on someone going this song to go on a playlist, and so somebody who's not as
No,
well
none
established.
of none of that is luck. Somebody it's so funny because the way the music industry works, right? There are most of it is blagging, yeah, but all of the rest of it is politics. It's
Okay.
about who you know. It's when someone takes something to Spotify for you, a plugger, like they do on the radio, they take it there and say, "Look, oh, we've got this artist," and there's hundreds of thousands of people being plugged at any one given time. So in some respects, yes, it's luck, but in other respects, I guess if you have a good plugger, if you make a good record. But I know I've got mates in bands who make music far better than mine, and they play in pubs. The whole music industry is not fair. So
Is that where your social media following and your loyal fans come into it then? Because that you've got a big following on social media and you can do that. Obviously, you sell a lot of records because people like you, but your fans are behind you on social media and what you've been doing this week. You've been putting stuff up. Does that help you when?
oh yeah,
Yeah.
those guys get behind everything, and it's amazing. And so it's not just that. I mean, it's the whole project. Like, well, my career has grown exponentially over the last couple of years. To the like, I've noticed it moving. Um, Whereas before, it kind of felt a bit like treading water. Um, definitely this release, I feel like I was kind of trapped at a bit of a glass ceiling, and now I'm somehow getting through there without, like I say, without. I've I've released 6 albums now, and I have had one song playlisted on national radio.
Wow.
One song,
That's incredible.
and nothing else. Like, it's all done by those cult fans. It's all done by those amazing people who offer me support, and that is better than anything else. Do you know why it's better? It's because I didn't buy it, which means that won't be returned. I didn't borrow it off someone, so I don't have to give anything back to a big label or whatever. I'm on a label, it's an independent label, but we've smashed it. And we did that because of people. And that to me is fucking awesome.
Is it true that I read this? So it may not be true because we've had this conversation before about reading stuff. Did you sell your house for it?
Well, this is the house I'm in now. No, my house has been on the market for a bit since I got divorced.
Okay.
Over lockdown, I was like, I just want to move into something smaller. Like, obviously, there have been catastrophic financial repercussions to not working for a year, and earning a great living before. So I've always lived at my means, and then in the last year, most of my means got taken away. So now I have to live within my means of the new means. But also at the same time, I live in quite a big house. It's in the middle of nowhere. I go between two rooms, this room and my bedroom. And what's the point? I'm buying a bungalow near my sister's house.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, man. I'm done. I sold my motorbike. I sold my van. I've got a car. I've got my running shoes and some weights, and I'm more than happy with that.
Really?
Yeah.
It's incredible that this happened for a few people lockdown. A few people I spoke to. It makes you realise what you've got and what actually you need, and because it's made me realise that you don't have to necessarily go out and do stuff every day, and you go back, strip it back to what your necessities, isn't it?
To me, like, I would rather scale everything right down, and then when the world opens back up again, if I want to do amazing things and see amazing things, I will. But I don't necessarily want amazing things, because there's nothing that I could hold in my hands now that I want more than, like say, to hold my niece or my nephew. There's nothing I could wear on my wrist that I would choose over them. And that's why it's I was starting to feel a bit like that before lockdown, but lockdown definitely pushed that.
Where do we stand at the minute? I say we. I feel like I'm part of the family. When I switched on, I was playing your music. Where do you stand at the minute with the album? Is it till midnight? Is that when it kind of cuts off the chart?
Yeah.
Nervous?
It's a combination of nervous and, like, I don't know. It's hard having expectations, people's expectations. My expectation isn't that bad, but I don't want to let anyone down. That's the hard bit.
Who would you let down?
Like, everyone that's put in so much effort. Like, some people have bought 15 albums.
No way.
Yeah. Like, on the Spraggs, they have like a Spraggs family fan page thing on Facebook. And what they did was for people that couldn't afford to buy their own record, people that had a little bit of extra money are buying the records for other people.
That's incredible.
And, like, it makes me want to cry, because I just think, what a wonderful bunch of people, basically.
I haven't actually bought it yet, but I'm going to do it now.
Oh, excuse you.
Hang on.
Wait, yeah, there he goes. You're going to have to put your Face ID on it.
Oh, yeah, done. Hang on. Purchased.
Look at you. Thank you, sausage. Your internet's quick, isn't it? Whew, straight in there.
Yeah. I'm in the middle of Derby, aren't I? I'm in the city. You're in the middle of nowhere.
Mine would just my phone would crash if I tried downloading an album.
How are you and yourself then? How have you been?
Yeah, great. I've been good. Obviously, this just offers a lot of stress, so it's hard to remember exactly how I've been feeling, but
Mm.
good. I've been on a pretty like vigorous nutrition. I'm hypertrophy plan for the last 8 weeks, so been getting strong. What about you?
Yeah, not bad, not bad. Just this is my job now. Well, pretty much. Uh, yeah, so no pressure. But yeah, good. Getting a bit bored and that, but it could be worse, couldn't it? Like you got to look at it, the people that are suffering and stuff. So yeah, I'm a bit bored, but
I knew that you'd end up doing this. Just you're just so talented at this.
do you think?
Yeah, I think that you have like way more. I get interviewed a lot. And the best interviews are where you. I feel like I've known you for a very long time, but we've only ever spoken in a capacity like this,
Hmm.
and that's a real talent. That's journalism.
I wish the people I work for before could see that, but never mind. I'll just go and do it on my own, Luce. I don't need anybody.
Listen, mate, you're preaching to the choir here.
Oh, can we talk? Right. So on that note, can we talk about trolls?
Yeah,
Because I've experienced it the last few weeks for the first time. Because I think last time I spoke to you, I'd been in the chart, but not high. But I've been at number two for like I did about 3 weeks at number two, and I've had more abuse than I've ever had before, and I can't get my head around it. And
how
I've
how
read,
does it how does it make you feel?
I can't deal with it yet. So one of my best friends is a professional footballer and gets pelted all the time. And he's saying, Blake, like just don't either banter them off or just don't bite. I just want to bite every time. I want to go, oh come, I'll rip your heart out. I'm gonna rip your head off. Do you know what I mean? I can't get
Rip
my
your
head
heart out. That's a good one.
around. No, but do you know what I mean? I'm like,
No,
but
mate, you're same.
yeah, but
And
it's
the,
a compliment, isn't it?
it is because like I had to call my sister a couple of I was crying on my Instagram story like 2 nights ago because it was just too much. And the reason that I do that in front of people is because it's the truth. Most of the time, like your mate says, I can banter it off. I mean, like, dickhead. But sometimes it's just so fucking horrible, and it like just gets me. It just nicks me too close to the bone. Um, I had to write something yesterday on Facebook saying because what happens is someone says their shit opinion, I respond, and then a load of people be like, well, you just fucking hate it when people disagree with you, and I'm like, look, if we were talking about politics, or if we were talking about football, or if we were talking about something that was not me, my fucking personality or body, then I would be way entitled to disagree with you and you would be entitled to your opinion. However, we are talking about me and the things that you are saying are not just horrible but untrue.
Mm,
And that's why people think it's outrageous that we should defend ourselves.
yeah.
And you know what the narrative is, mate? Oh well, you put yourself in the public eye. You should expect it. You knew what you were doing. You should get a thicker skin. Well, do you know what that sounds just like? What was she wearing? Did she have a short skirt on? Because if she did, she deserved it.
Was she
Instead of
asking for it?
exactly, instead of us saying, "Well, actually, you're being a bit of a prick,"
Mm,
it's actually, oh no, it's the person who put yourself out there. You make music or you make podcasts, then you're a wanker, and we'll tell you are. That's our right. This country has a very very funny narrative, and I travel the world with my job, mate, and I there is no other culture like ours that I've come across. We are a nasty little bunch sometimes.
do you know what though? Do you know what amazes me is you look great. Obviously you've lost weight, done all that. It's in the right. You put pictures up all the time, which you should be because you've worked fucking hard to do it. But no one would come to you in the street and go, "Fucking 60 in your body. Why are you getting your body out all the time?" And then what? But because they're behind the screen,
Oh,
it's
I'd
like
knock
I
her
see what
out,
I
and
want.
you know I would.
I know.
The reason that no one would come over and say, "You look like a man" to me is because I've knocked the jaw off the chin. And
Oh,
it's actually true because I've been in more fights than I can possibly remember. That's never changed. And like people seem to think that as soon as you are in the public eye or up on a platform, you become this like plastic mannequin that doesn't actually have any kind of human response. Like guarantee, I will welcome when the world comes back through. I'm gonna welcome it. Come to me and say things because
Yeah.
I guarantee you won't like having to go to the dentist.
I had one the other day that called me somewhere along the line. It wasn't terrible, but it was like, you fucking attention seeker. And I thought to myself, well, obviously, I'm doing a podcast. I don't make this podcast for no one to listen to it. Obviously, I'm an attention seeker. Just because no one gives you any attention, don't take it out on me, mate.
It's so weird. Did it have a profile picture or not?
No, the thing is, like, I get a lot of football fans give it shit. There's a thing called football Twitter, and they've all got like fake pictures, fake names, and it's like a community of just fucking virgins, basically. But
Oh, God.
I don't know
Well,
why you cope.
I had a girl threaten me with physical violence the other day. And she lives in the town that my sister lives in. So I thought, that's a bit close to home, that. So I found out where she worked and I called the care home she worked at and told them what she'd said to me about me getting battered.
And what, have they taken action?
No, I just told them everything. And I said, she's at work right now because she also told me that. And there you go, have a good day. And I blocked her and moved on with my life. But I'm sure she didn't move on with hers for a little while.
Do you know the most shocking thing about what we've just said? I rang the care home she worked at.
Innit? Like, this is the thing, mate. They're not all people sitting in their mum's cellars. They're fucking normal human beings. They're on the outside. They don't look like lizards. They don't look like psychopaths. They're sitting on the bus next to you. They're driving the car that's probably up your arse on the A41. They're dicks.
I'm gonna have to learn to deal with it. But I actually read about it that story this week. I thought I'd mention it to you. I'd see if you had any advice for me, because I've still got. When you mentioned about it, I've still got that streak in me that thinks I'm gonna go and find them. Do you know what I mean?
Which I still do. I also found I want to find out what gym this girl goes to, who just gave me a load of shit. And I contacted her uni. She goes to Leeds Uni. Anyway, I can't give you any advice because it's different for absolutely everyone. I'm sensitive. I am.
I'm very sensitive.
And I do you know what? Don't ever tell anyone that you shouldn't be sensitive, Blake. Because it's an integral part of your personality. And it's the reason that you're kind and that you're good at conversation and good at learning about people. And for, well, you shouldn't be so sensitive. Well, you shouldn't be a fucking cunt. That's the truth. That's it, isn't it?
I want that on a t-shirt.
Yeah.
You should be a fucking cunt, Lucy Spraggan. Buy my album.
Oh, God.
Do you know what I've missed? The biggest thing I've missed?
What?
Live music.
Me too.
Any plans?
I've got two like record store shows in the summer, but I'll level with you. I don't think the 21st of June is a goer. I don't think it ever was. So
It looks a bit funny that they've announced that and now furloughs till September, so it doesn't add up in some way, does it? Somewhere along the line.
It doesn't add up in the fact that it's a fucking pandemic and we haven't known how it acted the whole time. So why now would we be like, oh yeah, no, we've worked it all out now. 21st of June, not late June or early July, smack bang, 21st.
Yeah.
1 month exactly before my 30th.
No, what is it? What would you do to celebrate that?
I want to leave the country.
Really?
Just go somewhere, like fly somewhere very far away.
Yeah.
And sit in the sun, lift weights, maybe.
How's it? It's hard to, obviously I know it's affected you and how you do, because you do a lot of touring and you sell a lot of records and stuff like that. Has it affected you? How much has it affected you not being able to be on the road and doing your normal job? Has it really affected you? Just take away the music side of it, like it's your job. Has it affected you that way?
Well, like financially,
Yeah.
yeah, it's been absolutely catastrophic. Like I said, I live to my means, yeah.
Mm.
And before I work, you know how hard I work. I work my arse off
Mm.
to have a good income, and I run 2 really successful businesses, and they've gone on their arse. And so now my means have to get smaller because my income is insanely smaller. And if I didn't own the masters of my last 3 albums, I wouldn't have an income. And been given no money by the government.
Wow. Do you
Uh,
can you see it recovering?
yeah,
How it was?
I think music will be straight back because pandemics happen. People get vaccinated and they go away, and other ones come. This, similar has happened, and we've eradicated them. And there will be lasting things, like people will wear masks probably. But I think it'll be back.
How much did it influence the album? Because obviously recorded during.
It's not a lockdown album.
No.
It started before all this because the changes that have happened to me have started way before.
Yeah.
Thank God that I got divorced. Can't imagine me stuck in lockdown.
I thought you were going to say something horrible, and I thought, oh no, Lucy. Yeah, I listened. Like I said, I've listened to it over and over again, and we spoke privately about stuff. There's a lot of it speaks to me, if that makes sense. A lot of it and a lot of the lyrics. It's incredible, genuinely.
Thank you. That's very kind of you.
Is it a kind of therapy in some way?
Writing songs has always been a therapy for me. I think that's why I do it. I always say to my mates whenever they're sad, I'm like, "What do you do with that? If you can't write a song, what are you gonna
Go on
do?"
Twitter and abuse people.
Yeah, I just went on Lucy Spraggan's Facebook and said she looks like a man. Now I feel better.
Yeah, now I feel better about myself because
Someone said last night. I put a picture on last night, and in 2019 for Today Was a Good Day, I did a pose with 2 albums and a vinyl in front of me, and I was naked, and I just did the same last night, recreated the exact same picture, and this woman's like, "You're putting it out there that you have to be skinny and that being fat is unhealthy, and that someone said the other day, you're putting it out there that you have to be skinny to make it." And I'm like, have you been watching the last decade? and they're saying, "Oh, you're saying you have to have fake tits and all this in this industry." I'm like, the reason I have fake tits is because I had grade 3 it's called ptosis, where I lost all that weight and my boobs were basically just like bags of skin. It was they were a grade 3 medical problem, and instead it's that narrative that you've got fake tits, so you've changed. I'm like, okay, all right, Karen.
Does it not make you realise though that did you get stick for not being thin before? Did people send you horrible or?
Yeah, I never really got that much shit because, like you said, you never got shit until you were number 1 in the charts.
Yeah.
So what does that say to us?
Yeah.
It says the more that people see you. I said this last night on my story. If you look at somebody else that is happy, that's feeling body positivity, or they're number 2 on the podcast charts, or they're doing well, and you look at them and you think, I hate that, then the problem isn't in their skin. The problem's in your skin. And you need to work on getting that out, because I've been there. I used to look at people and think, I hate them because they've got all this, they've got this. I honestly used to live like that. And so I understand why they do it. But I know now I was never going anywhere. I was treading water because I was that person.
Yeah, so you have to part that before you can do anything.
Yeah.
And what business of it if Karen's, if you have had a boob job?
Innit? Well, I mean, they're not even that big.
Could you have gone bigger?
Mate, they're only little subtle tits, but I just ended up having
Stop it, I'm getting embarrassed. Stop it.
Do you want to see him? I got like
I'm not your type.
the normal, I don't know, with your long hair now. The normal boob, like the average one is like 330cc, and I got 240. So they're actually quite little.
330cc. It sounds like a motorbike.
Yeah, it does. It would be a bit of an odd engine size, that, wouldn't it?
Yeah. So right, you got till midnight. I'm going to let you go because you've got to go and push it till midnight. What can people do now to go and just go and buy it?
iTunes, Amazon Prime it to everybody you know.
Yes, and get it on your smart speaker.
It's only a tenner. I mean, what is a tenner? Actually, a bouquet of flowers from the supermarket. Admittedly, the posh ones.
I only paid £8.99.
Yeah, I normally just get the £4, the ones that are on offer, £5. Did you pay that for the album? £4.99?
Yeah, £8.99.
£8.99
on iTunes. Yeah, I think it's £8.99.
Well, there you go. You could get a decent box of 6 for £8.99.
Yeah.
I don't know. Anyway, just buy it, everyone, please.
Yeah, 20 sterling. I don't know. What's £8.99?
I think cigarettes are more expensive than that, actually.
It's been a while since I smoked. That's why.
Me too. And they were £4.20 for 26 when I was younger.
Yeah, back in my day.
Back in there when I was 12 and smoking Richmond menthol.
Used to go out with a tenner, come back with change, and we were pissed. And you could buy 20 fags.
20 fags, bottle of Smirnoff.
Yeah.
£5 change.
And sit on the park. Nice one, Lewis. Thank you. Good luck with it tonight.
Thank you, mate.
Thank you. No, I appreciate coming on. I will do. Yeah, we'll get you on in the future. You've been on 3 times now.
I'm family. We're family, Blake.
Yeah, we are. Thank you very much. Good luck.
See you later soon. See you soon.
Bye. Bye.